Hi! Today I will show you 5 mistakes to avoid that beginners may make while making a plane in Kerbal Space Program. So, first thing I'm gonna do is load this plane. It's filled with all the mistakes that beginners may make, and I'll go through them. So, first is having no air intakes. You can see there that I have no air intakes. Instead, I have this cone here. Now, what you can do is you can either take away a tank or search intake here. You can put in this divertless supersonic intake, or you can stick it on the tank and have it super low, but then you'll need big wheels. Or you can have this radial intake, which looks like and pretty much is this one, this divertless supersonic intake, except with the tank is not attached to it. And then there's a small circular intake, which is smaller than this. And then there's the circular intake, which is as big as this, which is 1.25 meters. Now, for this plane, I'll be fixing the mistakes as we go. For this plane, I'll go with the shock cone intake. It's pretty late in the tech tree, so if you don't have this, the first thing you're gonna want is a small circular intake. So you can just attach some tanks to the side, small tanks to the side, and put this on it. But I will use the shock cone intake. I think this is the latest intake, like the most advanced in the tech tree. Also, I forgot to show you, there's this intake which attaches to a tank like this, but not that. This. So we fixed the problem of no air intake. Now it has an intake. Now onto the next mistake, leaving oxidizer in rocket fuel tanks. Now, in we have here, there are no, not that. 1 second. There are Mark 1 liquid fuel fuselages, which are as big as these parts, and house only liquid fuel. And Mark 0, which is the size of the small circular intake, and also has only liquid fuel. Now, as we put on the intake, it takes air from the atmosphere. We don't use oxidizer for jets. Instead, we use only liquid fuel and takes air from the atmosphere. If you don't want to put on an intake and you want to use oxidizer as replacement for the air intake, you can't. Jets won't work with oxidizer. They have to be only liquid fuel and an air intake. So I recommend you only use these Mark 1 liquid fuel fuselages. Or if you want the tank to be longer or shorter, if you want to recreate a plane or just have it a specific length, you would use a rocket fuel tank. Take out the oxidizer because it's useless and will do nothing, so it's just added weight. So I took that out there, and that's took it out, and that's mistake 2 done. So let's move on to mistake 3, adding no control surfaces. Now, when you add a fin, like a tail fin, that is not a control surface, like the small delta wing, you need to add a control surface. But this one is already a control surface, so that's okay. But this is only good enough to handle pitch. But I don't think it will be good. At least I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think this will be good enough to handle roll and pitch in this small wing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an elevon, which is a control surface, and we'll see it correctly, and put it here. Wait, no. This one. Okay. Make sure, a bonus mistake, just because I realized just now, make sure that you have symmetry on the ×2 in radio when doing this, because it will do it only on one side if you don't have it. So there. I'll just move it to the correct position. There. And then I'll do this. I can't get it to work. There. Now I'll just move it again. Sorry for taking long with the L1 part. Okay. Move this. Then there. Now, notice along the way here, I disabled the roll and yaw because I only want pitch on this. Because if you do pitch and roll on everything, it may be too extreme. And I'll disable the pitch on here because I don't want to pitch up with these and I don't want to roll with these. So these are going to be for roll and these are going to be for pitch. And then that's mistake 3 done. We move on to mistake 4, which is center of lift, which is aerodynamic overlay. This blue, blue ball with the thing sticking out of it. The center of lift being in front of the center of mass. So as you can see here, that the center of lift here is in front of the center of mass. Now it's not fully in front of it, but it still counts as being in front of it because it's in front of this the center of mass. So that's in front of it. So if you do this, it will become very aerodynamically unstable, which will mean like it will flip in the sky and like it will be very hard to operate. Now, if you would only like have this if you're experienced and want to do cobras, because some types of cobra maneuvers require this. But if you're a beginner, this will be very, very hard to operate, and you'll most likely crash in your first flight. So what we can do is we can either bring the oh, I didn't take out the socks, but I take that out. We can either bring the center of mass forward, or bring the center of lift back. I'll bring the center of lift back over here. There, now it counts as being behind it. And that's mistake 4 done. Now we'll move on to the last mistake, which is all of the wheels being either in front or all of them being behind the center of mass. See here, if you're doing a wheel in the front and 2 wheels behind it, the rear wheels have to be behind the center of mass. But if you're doing something like the P51 Mustang, or like it, and you want the wheel to be behind, like you want this wheel to be over here, you need these wheels to be in front of it. Now this wheel is not over here, so we need these to be behind it. Now there are 2 solutions to this. Before I show the solutions, I'll just show you. I'll just show you that you know what will happen if all of them are in front, or all of them are back. If all of them are in front, the plane is going to fall this way, and if all of them are behind it, the plane is gonna fall this way. Not in the air, on the ground. So, yeah, I'm gonna fly this and show you. Launch. See, it falls behind. Don't mind this is a mod. It falls like that. Now we'll go over to the spaceplane hangar and we'll just fix it. So there are two solutions. Let's get to the solutions now. There are two solutions. You could either move the wing if the wheels are on a wing. You can either move the wing back so that it's behind the center of mass. But here it's not really ideal. So we could I'm gonna do the other solution, but either are fine. I'm gonna do the other solution, which is have it similar to the P-51 Mustang, where the the single wheel is behind. So yeah, and then I'm gonna do a test flight to make sure wait, that's a mistake. The aerodynamic overlay one second, I'll fix that again. There, fix it. I almost made another mistake. Okay, I almost redid the mistake. So we'll go ahead and rename this because it's not a 5 anymore. There. And then we'll give it a test flight. And after the test flight, I will show you a bonus tip which can make your plane better or fix a problem that your plane might have. So if we go over to launch here, I'll give it a test flight. Okay, so we're launched. So I'll just and yeah, we see the wheels being in front of behind the center of mass. It's fixed. You're not going over anymore. Then we lift. That's good. And yeah, we see. Oh, this is very maneuverable. And we crashed. I maneuvered too hard. Yeah, if your plane is that agile or that maneuverable, maybe next time don't maneuver it that hard. So I'll show you the tip now, which is adding tail fins or better canards. But if you don't have the canards unlocked, adding tail fins to the front of your plane like this. This will help. If it will help a bit with the lift if your plane doesn't have enough lift, so only a bit. And at least to me, more importantly, pitching up if your plane doesn't pitch up enough. But we see our plane pitches up more than enough, so I'm not gonna put those in. Also, if you want your center of lift in front of the center of mass, and you don't want to move the main wing or the tail fins, you don't want to move them. Just add one, and it'll bring it slightly more forward. Let's see if we add one over here. Yeah, it brings it forward. If you're like a good enough pilot and you want something to do with the center of lift being in front of it. So I'll show you how to fix the problem that I just had. This is the plane being too maneuverable. If you come here, you can see with that here we have deploy angle and authority limiter. I'm not sure if messing with the authority limiter does anything, but to be safe, I'm gonna just keep it the same as the deploy angle. The less deploy angle, the less maneuverable your plane is. So let's see. So I'm gonna set both of these to half as they were, so we don't roll too fast, and then so we don't pitch up too fast. Which is the pitch is the main reason I crashed. I did a 180. There, I set the pitch lower and the roll lower, so it should roll a little slower and pitch a little slower. Let's test it out now. Okay, so we're launched, and I'll just engine. Also, this exact type of engine has a mode where you can turn on afterburning mode, or like skip or process. We'll just skip the normal mode. I don't need that. Oh, I just realized we automatically upset from the ground. We have a lot of lift. I didn't even need to pitch up. That was nice. I'll take away the lift here. As you see, we're still fast, but not too fast. And we still pitch up fast, but still not too fast. If you're a beginner, that pitch may be too fast. So I'll say lower the degree. I'll land here, and then the video is done. Yeah, that's the problem with playing side like this with the wheels behind them, is that if you brake too hard, it can cause you to flip in front. That's why I like the wheels being in front more, because they stop your plane from flipping in front. Now, what you can do if you don't mind the look, you can actually put another wheel, so you have instead of this like you can merge them, so it doesn't go in front like that. I just thought of it now. Alright, at least, Daniel Richardson, at least he's safe. I don't know why his name like that, he should be Kerman. I think it's one of my mods. Yeah, that shouldn't happen to you. I think it's supposed to be Jebediah Kerman. That shouldn't happen to you as long as you don't have the Kerbal Renamer mod. Alright, that's the video done. That was 5 mistakes to avoid, and see you in the next video.